I had a much better experience this time around. Yo, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we got a re-review on these guys right here. This is the Under Armour Curry 5. As most of you guys know, or for those of you that don't, I had the original Pi Day colorway and those things really destroyed my feet. I have scars on my arches from where they ripped them apart. This pair right here, I ended up going up half a size from my usual true size, and like I said in the beginning, it just worked out much better for me. So my experience with the traction on this colorway right here is pretty much the same as the other colorway. However, I will say that with some more break-in time, the exterior sections, basically the translucent areas, really do bite the floor quite nicely, which I'm very surprised about. And then the solid rubber section that you see smack dab in the middle, that part just doesn't stick well. In fact, it just gets in the way of everything. If that wasn't there, I think that the traction on these guys would be fantastic. So what I end up having to do is like constantly wipe these guys clean just for that one little spot. It sucks because the surface area of that spot is quite large. If it was a little small thing, I think that I'd be able to ignore it. But because it takes up the majority of the forefoot right there, it's just, I don't know, it just gets in the way, like I said before. Traction overall isn't horrible. Like I said, the translucent sections are great. In fact, they save the outsole from that weird part. I just think it's strange that this section right there just doesn't perform well. Now the cushion is basic EVA. There's really nothing to them. They feel a little bit higher off the ground than something like that, which is the Curry 4. So at first, these guys feel pretty clunky, but the more that you play in them, the more that the EVA breaks in. It doesn't provide an outstanding amount of cushion. In fact, it's very minimal at best. I do prefer the setup that they use on the Curry 4 if they're going with a basic foam, just because the Curry 4s sit real low to the ground, and so it kind of gives you that more natural feel. Whereas with these, you noticeably sit a little bit higher, and with that, you just kind of feel like you're on a real stiff platform, which you pretty much are. So overall, if you're looking for something that's stable, stiff at first, but breaks in quite nice after the fact, this is going to provide that for you. It's not going to give you any real impact protection or anything like that. So if you are looking for impact protection, this is not the shoe for you. This is for somebody that just wants stability and court feel. Now the materials are a mixture between the knit booty and then the anafoam exterior. I like everything overall. I like how it feels. I like how it fits for the most part. And so far it's been pretty durable as well. So no real complaints with the materials. I actually think that that's probably one of the best features of the shoe. Now in terms of fit, the shoe fits true to size, but there's a seam in here that is covered with this plastic material, and that just really tore apart my arches, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. I have scars, all that stuff. Pictures are on the website over at WearTesters.com. For anybody interested, go ahead and check it out. I don't know if everybody's been experiencing it. I do know that some people have been. So what I ended up doing is going up half a size. And the problem with that is that there was noticeable like heel containment issues in the beginning. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's the shell or the exterior portion of the upper, but the more that I've played in these things, the better that they fit pretty much with each wear. So I don't know if I'm just getting used to it or if it's actually like molding around my feet, but whatever it is, I really enjoy the fit of these shoes now going up half the size. So that's exactly what I would recommend, especially if you're trying to avoid pinching in that arch area of the shoe. Go up half a size and it'll save your arches, trust me. Now, is that to say that that little seam in there didn't still affect my arches? No, it actually did. The longer that I played in the shoe, the more noticeable it got. So basically what I did in the beginning was just kind of wore these until I would feel a little bit of pinching or pain in that section, and I would take these off and switch to a different pair of shoes. Now I can actually play in these long term, which I think is nice because I don't like switching shoes unless I really have to. So that's pretty much what I would go with these guys. Half a size up, it'll save you guys some trouble. Of course, if you wear a brace or if you tape up your ankles and things like that, you're not going to run into those same issues that I did, and I really hope that you don't, because that was really painful and it sucked. The overall lockdown is very nice, especially in the forefoot. This material area though is pretty stiff to start, so it takes a little breaking in before you can actually really wrench those laces up to get you that fit that you might want. This midfoot section of the booty definitely doesn't feel secure, but luckily they've made those lace loops way down in there so it pulls that heel area into your foot, or your foot into the heel. It's the same thing. So that kind of saved everything from feeling too sloppy, especially with me going up half of the size. Now the support on these is pretty surprising. It's not like spectacular or anything like that, but they have a few support features that are pretty standard. While they don't have an internal heel counter, which they should. They do have these little heel clips right there, which do a pretty good job. And then the way that the midsole is shaped and sculpted really contains your foot as well. So again, those are huge pluses, especially since there is no heel counter. And then that anafoam shell or overlay, whatever you want to call it, that's the main standout feature. That's the main support feature of the shoe, which is really surprising. And somehow it's able to really contain your foot. You can see that it does get stressed out, but it does not fail, which is a good thing. And then you have the TPU plate right there for torsional support. This right here could have been beefed up as well. I like the one that they used in the Curry 4 a little bit more, but it gets the job done, so not gonna complain too much. And that pretty much takes care of it for the re-review on the Curry 5. I do recommend playing in them if you like what they offer. Again, this is not a shoe for those that are looking for like cushion and a ton of support and stuff like that. This is more of a kind of like a free-flowing shoe. A minimal setup as far as cushion is concerned. Forefoot stability is definitely there, so if you're a shooter, you might really like that. It's probably the one thing that I can count on with the Curry line is the fact that the stability in the forefoot area is usually on point. It used to be that the traction was great, but this little thing kind of ruined that. However, they were very close. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support. I hope that this video helped you guys out. If it did, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already. Head over to WearTesters.com for more information, which does include their price, their weight, and their scores. And yes, I'm going to be rescoring them. So with that being said, thank you guys once again, and until next time guys, have a good one.